the Budhole Podcast. Welcome to the Budhole. It's your chance. Do your dance at the Budhole.
Here's a hot take.
Guess who's back? Back again. Budhole's back. Tell your friends.
Budhole coming at you.
We just want to say before this thing starts, thank you so much to our loyal listeners, and here you go with another great Budhole podcast, brought to you by Starlamar, Brandon, GagesxRage, and Scott on the Budhole Podcast Network.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Budhole. This is a special fantasy football episode leading up to the kickoff of the NFL regular season. We're all in fantasy football league, so we thought we'd do a fantasy football special episode for you all, give you some breakdowns on what we're doing, where we're going. Obviously, we give fantasy football plugs throughout our past casts, so we'll give you a plug this episode, and we'll go from there. Kicking things off, this past weekend, we actually kicked off our first ever Budhole Guillotine League. 3 of the 4 of us are in it. Starlamar decided he has too many leagues going, so he didn't want to do it, which we'll get him in next year. We'll brainwash him into doing it. But we're in the middle of it right now, actually. And we are in the 5th round, so I think we've all had 5 picks, right? Oh, Gage is not. Gage has only had 4. His pick's coming up here, so he'll probably pick during the episode here. But with that being said,
how long it takes people. We have a 2-hour clock.
Yeah, that's true. What do you guys think of it so far? How do you like GuillotineLeagues.com? Shout out to them. Shout out to Paul Charchian for giving us the retweet and getting us a full group. What do you guys think of it so far, though?
I like it. I like the format and everything. I mean, the website's cool and all. We'll see how... I think the concept is really neat. I think it's inventive to fantasy football. It's a new style. Start out with just yearly, and then they moved into dynasties. Now they have daily, and now it's a whole new realm. So I like that. I wish they had an app. I wish I could do it on my phone.
They are working on an Android app, which always comes before iOS does. And I think it'll be ready for the regular season. GuillotineLeagues.com will have an app.
Oh, you guys don't have an app?
No.
Suckers!
Right
Eat
now?
on my nuts. Yeah, I could do it while I'm...
Yeah, and Apple apps always take longer to come out. They have a longer qualification process, whatever. It takes them longer.
They don't just
Apple
let
problems.
anything come onto their platform.
Right.
They want the kinks to be worked out. They
Yeah,
don't just,
Apple-
no riff-raff allowed.
High standards for Apple.
That's
high
why
standards.
we are on Apple.
Because they have high
It
standards.
takes a while for Android to get the apps so that they can copy them and produce them through Apple.
Yeah, that's, well, you might have a point there. But for anybody that doesn't know, a Guillotine League is quite literally 17 teams, you draft your teams, and then you set your starting lineup for the week, and there's no head-to-head matchups, none of that. It's just how many points does your team score. The lowest scoring team each week, their team gets cut from the league.
Chopped.
They're chopped out, guillotined, boom, drop the blade. And those players go into the free agency market for everybody else to bid on with fab money and add to their rosters. By the end of the year, one person's left standing. They get the money bag. They're the Guillotine League champion. That's how it's done. It's an awesome concept. I'm excited. I would say, I feel like we should have a little side bet of the 3 of us to see who goes the furthest.
Ooh, I'd be down for that. That's why you kept the buy-in so low, huh?
$20
Make sure you
each?
guys remember these bets.
Right. That's why we're using our Twitter handle, which won't
remember your bets, all right, guys? Because you owe me. I'm owed money. All right.
I don't know what
Alleged.
you're talking about. I know you owed me money from a stupid bet you made in the last podcast.
And I paid you.
Yeah, because I remembered.
Well, it
That's
happened
true.
today.
Do you guys
Like
want to
an
do
hour
$20
before the
each, though,
podcast.
for the Guillotine League? Who goes the furthest?
I'm in.
I'd bump it up.
You want to go higher? Gage wants to go higher. How
Number
much do you guys
20.
want to do?
20?
Hashtag Budhole.
We're not shaking, but we are staring each other in the eyes.
Oh, wait, I
Hashtag-
forgot, boys. We gotta make an official butthole bet.
Oh,
All right, official Budhole bet. Get the blade out. Cut your hand. All right, Gage,
The
cut your
butthole
hand.
blood bet.
The blood hole bet.
The blood.
Nothing like a little blood hole. All right,
well.
Budhole bet. Gage v. Scott v. Brandon.
Well, instead of, you type that up. Gage, why don't you read your team off for us?
Okay, yeah. So my team,
And where are you picking?
I am at pick 11 13 out of 17. So obviously 17 weeks in the year, 17 teams in the Guillotine League. I started off with Travis Kelce.
That was pick 1?
No, I think I started it off with
I don't
Chris
think so.
Godwin
That's who it was.
in the first round. Then I came back to Travis Kelce, picked up Jonathan Taylor in the third at pick 13. No, I'm wrong. I did pick Travis Kelce, pick 113. And then Godwin, and then Jonathan Taylor, and lastly, J.K. Dobbins. I picked Kelce in the first round because I like that positional difference I'll have, and I know he's a stud for the first few weeks. So,
Brandon, what does your team look like?
So at pick 7, I took Alvin Kamara. Second round, Patrick Mahomes, DJ Moore, Stephon Diggs, and Marquise Brown.
I'm sorry, to say your running backs again.
Alvin Kamara.
That's who you have at running back. Tight end, who'd you take?
Don't have one yet.
You have 3 wide receivers?
Yes.
Okay, who do you have at wide receiver?
DJ Moore, Marquise Brown, Stephon Diggs.
Okay, that's a pretty good receiving core. And obviously you have a top quarterback.
I took Mahomes. So my theory in this is obviously as the season goes on, you have opportunity to pick up top tier players in free agency. So you use your fab money. We have 1,000 fab.
Yep.
I don't want to be one of those teams that gets chopped right away. I don't want to get chopped at all.
You want low floor. You want high floor players
right away.
Yep.
And so I took Mahomes probably higher than his ADP or where I should have in fear of him getting taken on that backswing before my next pick. So I was picked 211 and then I was 3-7. I had what was that, 14 picks in between there? Or
Which
something
there's
like that.
definitely a little bit of art to that, knowing that there's going to be quite a few picks made between your 2 picks, even if you are in the middle.
So I know Mahomes is going to put up big points. There's a lot of good players available at that time, but I didn't want to. I wanted somebody I knew was going to put up solid points the first few weeks. And then wide receivers, I just don't see a lot of running backs that I love. And I was happy at getting Diggs at ADP 40 at pick 50 or 60 or something like that. It was 62. So I was happy to get him where I got him.
Diggs was a hell of a value. The one thing I will say, though, is knowing that one team every week will get chopped. That means that there's, at an absolute minimum, 2 running backs and or 2 wide receivers that will get chopped every single week. And most times it'll be more like 3 or 4 of each. So you're going to be able to scoop up running backs.
The only thing with that is odds are the teams that get chopped first aren't going to have... They're going to have a couple high-tier players. The farther you go, the teams that get chopped are going to have better players as you go.
But pick 1 goes all the way back to fucking 30-something for their second pick. So that Christian McCaffrey might be out there right away.
That's possible.
Which is where we fell into. I had pick 1, and I took Christian McCaffrey.
Surprise, surprise. Commissioner gets pick 1.
Yeah, the collusion bit was funny, but fuck you guys, all right?
I got a question for you.
It took me a long
Do you
time
have
to
a
randomize
bench?
that.
Or do you just draft a starting lineup?
Nope. That's a good question. This is what you have. You have 1 quarterback. This is what you have to start. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wideouts, 2 flex positions that can be running back, wide receiver, or tight end, 1 tight end, and then you have 6 bench spots.
No defense, no kicker.
Exactly. No defense, no kicker. But getting back to my roster, I took Christian McCaffrey 101, and then I didn't get another pick until pick 17 in the second, so pick 35 overall. 34. Yeah, pick 34, I took Keenan Allen, and then I went back with the next pick and took Le'Veon Bell, and then I had to wait a full round again. I got Deshaun Watson and Phillip Lindsay. So right now, I have 3 running backs, 1 wide receiver, and a quarterback. But I don't particularly love being the first pick and having to wait a full 30-some picks to get back to my next pick. It's a little dicey.
That does suck.
But, I mean, I'm not going to complain about getting Christian McCaffrey either. He's a stud.
It's nice to have the back-to-back.
Right.
Just in the aspect of man, I'm debating between I want Marquise Brown and Diggs. Well, I can take them both. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, it's definitely fun. It's unique. It's different. It's a good time, though. It's a good change up for a league, and I'm a big fan of it. With that being said, Star Lamar, your league that you usually do with your group of friends, right?
Yeah. It was kind of like a quasi-keeper league where you could keep up to 3 players based off their draft position, keep them up for 3 years. It got blown up this past season, though, because we had a back-to-back winner, and I don't know if because of COVID or what, but there's been very little communication. It actually just started 3 days ago where they're saying, are we actually playing this year? What's the deal? So I don't know if we're going to restart it completely this year or if we're just going to roll to like a yearly league until we can decide and agree and vote upon the new rules we want for the league. Because I wouldn't mind going into dynasty style like your guys' other league where you keep the entire team. I think that would be fun. I just got to get
everybody else
people
on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something you have to iron out the details well in advance.
Yeah. So this, who knows? I could see this year just falling through completely. People are out of town. It's a very busy league. People are lawyers and doctors, and I'm sitting here
It's a league of
scratching
learning
my ass.
doctors.
And you're trying to just get a few hours to put a team together to school them at one thing in life, right?
Yeah.
Be like, bitch, I know fantasy football.
And I've won it twice, but it's been a few years now. So hopefully I can get back on track. There's no doctors in it.
Learned lawyers.
A couple lawyers. A couple pilots. One pilot.
I would
Pilot
say
eats in it?
I would say if you're a fan of fantasy football, I would recommend highly a dynasty league. They're very fun.
They're a lot of fun.
They're unique and they're different and they're fun.
And there's 1,000 different styles to them.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, one style I'm in is a salary style. So I actually had my auction draft over the weekend, and you have salaries, and you have to assign up to 3 years in contract length. So then slowly the years wear off, and then the players become free agents. You have the choice to extend them, and then once they enter their last year, you could franchise them, similar to the franchise in the NFL, the average of the 5 at that position, the highest paid. So it's a little different. It takes a little bit more planning, and it's a $200 auction budget. And because of other guys' situation going into the year, I have quite a bit of money and not a lot of positions to fill. So I was able to snag Michael Thomas for $42.
Nice.
That was a steal, I thought.
What do you have to keep him next year for? If you
42.
want- Oh, for 3 years?
Yep. So I signed him for 3 years. So
That's a hell of a get.
Yep. And then there's the rookie draft, similar to a dynasty. They have like contract values like the NFL does. So the number one pick is worth like $18 or $20. So you got to take a little bit more planning.
That sounds like it'd be a headache for the commissioner. But if you're not the commissioner, it sounds like it'd be fun.
Yeah, very fun, very interesting, and yeah, I was able to build up on a lot of cheap running backs and was able to splash and get some wideouts I really wanted.
And how many can you keep a year? Anybody?
Yeah, you can assign the contracts however you want. There has to be a minimum of, I think, 4 3-year contracts.
Okay.
And then there is, franchise fees that you would have to pay a certain amount of a contract that's not paid if a player's cut. So let's say Mike Thomas had 3 years at 42. There would be 2 years at 42 I haven't paid yet. So that would be $84 total.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to cut him this year, I'd have to pay a third of that unpaid balance.
Okay.
So next year's cap, I would have a third of $84 taken out.
Which is quite a bit.
Yeah. So it takes some planning on like who you use at what position and what years you...
And who you
give
value for a while.
Yes.
You can't just cut people willy-nilly.
Yes, absolutely.
What about trades? Do they have to take on that contract value?
Trades do have to take on that contract value. They also have to take into account... Sorry, I have a draft going right now, too. And I'm going to reach for one of my guys, DJ Chark, who I was able to get in this.
I'm going to reach for one of my guys.
DJ Chark is so fucking good, I can't not take him. But, yeah, you have to take into account the contract when you're trading guys. So a lot of the times it'll say, like, I'll pay off the contract to get your guy. Or, trading guys to people who
value
think they're
out
contenders.
the contract and stuff like that, too.
Yep.
So, like, if you're trading Thomas for, you said 42? Right?
Yeah.
That's what you signed him. So you could get 3 players at 42 value, right?
Mm-hmm. Or, just the one player in cap value for next year, something like that.
Gotcha.
But there are, it's one of those interesting fantasy football leagues.
That sounds like a lot. It
That's
sounds
the
like
fun of
fun,
fantasy. Yeah.
but it's a lot to have to learn the rules on how everything works.
Yes.
But
Yep.
I think it makes probably trades a little bit more fair. You're not just going to make a Christian McCaffrey for Le'Veon Bell trade middle through the year. You're going to have to make sure the value is going to be fair.
Yep.
You're going to take on a contract for multiple years.
Mm-hmm. It's it's definitely interesting, and
It adds a little bit of realism to fantasy.
Yes.
It's, for a league type, it's probably fun. Yeah.
Yeah. The kicker fill-ins and quarterback buys definitely have to be playing a little bit more.
With that being said, we all have a draft tomorrow night for our Friends League.
Yeah.
It's the only draft that all four of us are in.
Yeah, so quick, we're just going around the horn. Give me like your top 10 favorite players in the draft. We'll start with Scott.
Okay, my top 10 go Devonta Freeman.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep.
Did he sign or just visit?
No, just visit.
visit.
Number 2, I think, is probably Daryl Ogunbowale. So if you have pick number 2, you should draft him.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I would say, is probably Josh Rosen. I would pick Josh Rosen with pick number 3.
Nice.
Number 4, this is when it gets a little bit interesting because you have really high quality players, but they're kind of all bunched up.
Yeah,
I think I know
blue
where you're
chips
going
already
here.
gone.
Okay, Gage, who's number 4?
I think it's Laquan motherfucking Treadwell.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Him
Ooh,
either 4 or 5.
4?
I think so.
I think maybe breaks the top 10, but I don't know if I'd put him at 4.
I don't know. I'm really high on him. I think he's got a high chance of output this year.
5,
I really do.
Jags defense.
Clavon Chase on.
Yeah,
Anderson.
I can see them number 5. I could go them number 5. And then, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, pretty much just fill in the blank. The rest is pretty easy. But, yeah,
Run
so it'll be fun. That starts at what time tomorrow?
It starts
According
at
to the
7
email,
now.
5:30.
No, it can't be 5:30. That's dinner time.
That's supper time.
Supper time. That's when everyone's...
I got an email that said your draft is at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
You should get an update email because I changed it to 7 Central Standard Time.
How many seconds per pick do we have?
120 seconds.
Nice. I got my wish.
I had it set like that already. So.
I'm going to use 119 seconds every single pick just to piss Dustin off.
It'll be better than this fucking 2-hour draft we're in.
Just to piss Dustin. You're not a fan of it, are you?
Not one bit. I hate this shit.
But did you see my logic in it?
For
No,
120?
I don't.
No, for the 2 hours per pick on this Guillotine League, it was because everybody's so busy right now with drafts for everybody that likes fantasy football is in multiple leagues. This is the week to draft. So I figured let's just do 2 hours per pick. People can get on and draft whenever they have time. We don't have to then nail down a 2 or 3 hour window to all be on at the same time.
Instead,
When you're trying to
all
fight-
have to pay attention for at least 4 days
You do
before
get
the
emails,
fucking...
Yeah, you do get updates.
Who
you do
has
get emails.
notifications for emails?
I do.
Are you guys fucking
I turned them
insane?
on just for this account.
Are you
So I know.
fucking insane?
I get every email notification.
You were a psycho.
Yeah, I do too. I like to feel wanted.
Star's like, what's an email?
I think I've heard of him before.
Oh, Pizza Hut's got a deal. Buy one, get one. Oh my god, babe, we gotta get Pizza Hut tonight. Oh my god, Papa Murphy's has one too.
It is like a struggle for me to check my email once a week.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah, very much.
I get my personal emails, I get the Budhole emails, and I get work emails, all notifications.
Do you wake up? How many emails do you usually wake up in
Too
the morning
many.
with? Yeah,
Too
I wake
many.
up with like 18 every morning because the 2 o'clock automated, 2 a.m. automated sendouts.
Do you
I wake up and clear those out.
unsubscribe from everything though?
I do try to most of the garbage, yeah. But
How can you unsubscribe?
you know what? We'll fill you in when
It's a
Save
life,
this for the bits
it's a life
episode.
contract.
Once that little red ribbon or that notification thing on your phone, you get those, right? Like if you have 100 and some emails, it'll show up on your thing.
He doesn't get
you don't have an iPhone. You don't get notifications.
Dude, mine says I have like 45,000 unread emails.
I was just gonna say that
No
when
wonder
that
you don't like your emails.
when that hits 1 million, then we'll tell you how to unsubscribe.
I have it so like I sign up with fake names so I can tell who sold my information. So if someone messages
Wait
me
a
from
minute. What the fuck?
Gonzalo, welcome to with my Spanish name, like you
Like,
motherfuckers.
you don't get that? So anytime you have to put in like your email address for Target.com or IGN, anything that asks for it,
Name
puts in
and-
a fake name. So when he gets these emails, he can see who sold the database of information to other people for.
Come on, am I breaking your guys' brains?
No, but do you have how many fucking fake alias names then? Because you'd have to use a different name for every single one.
GagesxRage, Gonzalo. I mean,
You know what I mean?
That's
though?
two.
Like to make it work right,
You
you'd have
use
to have
some
a
asterisks,
different
some
name for
characters.
every single thing you sign up for.
it's
But you have to remember what name you give when you sign up.
Yeah, and then you'd have to remember them all. That's just too much work, dude.
I heard when you put in your email address, if you do like a backsplash spam or a dash spam or something at the end of it, it just immediately sends everything to spam.
Oh, really?
So it works as a real email address, but it just goes to your spam
folder.
Than...
That's a freaking pro tip right there.
You
Whatever.
learn things on the Budhole. That's why you come here. For Star Lamar's technology takes.
Yes, because they are plentiful.
Phones and internets.
On the line.
I knew it. Yeah, the video I sent to you guys was from the Cobra Kai show. The guy discovered the internet for the first time.
The one with all of us on the internet with conspiracy theories. I fucking loved it.
He saw things. Click here for the truth. Clicks it. Proof the dinosaurs built the pyramids. I knew it.
I knew it. That is totally us.
But yeah, we have our yearly league.
Here, real quick. I have a 40-second window.
Yeah, here we go.
AJ Green, Steph Diggs, or Will Fuller.
What round are you in?
This is the 7th round.
How many wide receivers do you have already, and who are they?
Come on,
hurry. How many do you have? 2 or 3?
I'd take Diggs.
I think I'd go Diggs too.
Fuller's the boom. He's the boom
I know.
pick.
I already have DJ Chark, Kenny Golladay, and Chris Godwin, and Michael Thomas. I just shouldn't pick a wide receiver.
Who's that running back?
David Montgomery's at the top.
Who is your running backs right now?
Or Tarik Cohen, or carry on.
Do you have Kareem Hunt up
10
there?
seconds, you have to make
Kareem
a
Hunt?
choice.
Is Kareem Hunt there? Take him.
No, Hunt's gone. I'm taking Montgomery.
Take Montgomery. That's a
Take
bad
Tyrod
pick.
Taylor.
That was a panic pick.
That was such a bad pick. Damn it.
God, Gage just panic picked on the Budhole. Everybody's going to rip on him
Fucking
for it. Anytime you see Gage in the streets, rip him.
I would've went-
Everybody.
That
Especially when
didn't
he's
work at all.
Especially when he's down in
You
Virginia.
come at us with 40 seconds, you ask for a wide receiver take, and you have
you have
half
8
the
of them.
league.
I have so many good wide receivers. Why am I looking at wideout?
Rough. So back to the yearly league. I sent out a text last Tuesday confirming the date. We lost 3 people this year.
I don't recall that text. When you said, why didn't you respond last Tuesday, I don't remember getting a text that said when the actual date and time was.
You didn't get that really long text that I sent out at the beginning of that group
when
chat?
When you say really long, maybe I got it and didn't read it. But
It was like the first 5 words.
It was in
too.
that same group.
In that same group chat. Yeah, just go all the way to the top. It should be there. So, we had 3 people leave this year due to different reasons, and we brought in 3 more. So we started the new group chat once we confirmed who was coming. We decided on either a Tuesday or Wednesday.
I see it now.
Yeah, there you go. Due to injury or cuts or whatever it may be, just to get as close to the season as possible for a yearly. And so I sent out the text. I told the date and time, Tuesday, 6:30, whatever. I said, if you have any issues with this time, let me know right away. Today, as we're confirming the time for tomorrow at 6:30, which I accidentally set for Eastern time, so it was actually 5:30, which is supper time. But what do I know? A member of our league texted us and said, 6:30? I can't do 6:30. I thought he was kidding at first. Turns out he wasn't. That is supper time, but what does he know?
Most of us are still working. Who's still working at 6:30?
Yeah. What the fuck time do you start at noon?
Are you a server?
Maybe if you have 2 jobs, I don't know.
He does work in the farming industry. He's a
Sun
seed
up, sun
salesman.
down.
Well,
I
fucking pick a
believe.
better career choice.
Well, you know,
Get some better seed.
well, there's that.
I was about to get some better seed. No shit. That's a good take, Gage. I like it. But
Send it out.
send it. Fucking tweet it, send it, delete it.
It's about
later.
priorities.
Feeling cute, might send it, might delete later.
Fuck you.
What's the I was about to send in the group chat and be like, he's like, most of us are working at 6:30. I was like, dude, by 6:30 I've fucking been off work, taken a nap, masturbated 3
Twice.
times.
Okay, 3 times.
Like,
Broke the
Jesus
record.
Christ, dude, I've lived a full life since I got out of work by 6:30.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah.
Let alone supper. Anyways, we got through that debacle. And I actually put in the minimum amount of work as a commissioner this year. And I clicked a button that says randomize schedule.
You put even a little less in this year than you did last year?
No, minimum is more than what I put in every other year. I'm a terrible commissioner. I don't know why I'm still doing it.
No one else wants to do it.
Nobody knows why you're still doing it, but nobody else wants to do it.
So we're not playing the exact same schedule as we have every
No
other
shit.
year. Yep.
That's fucking a little bit of a downer. I was getting used to playing Matt week 1 every year and
It was me
losing.
week 1.
Oh.
And losing. But yes, you had that part right.
Sorry.
So
just
I
remember
changed
losing.
it up a little bit, which was fun. And that's all I've done. So that's a minimum amount of work.
Nice.
But we're doing online draft for the second time. Every other year we were doing in-person or offline, so we would call in or video chat or whatever. But we did have a little bit of a debacle last year. A certain individual, we won't say Star's name, couldn't get into the lobby to make his draft pick.
If you're a co-owner of a team and there's 2 email addresses, it won't let you sign in with the second email address. You need the original email address, which was not information that it told me. Not even when I tried to sign in with the second one. It just wouldn't allow me to enter the draft. So I thought the phone was messed up. Then I got your computer, and that didn't work.
Yep.
It was until I had to outsmart the NFL app and figure out maybe I have to use the old email address that I don't remember / know what it is. And I got in, and we just started late. That's all it was.
Well, we did start, and then we had to go
I told
back.
you to stop.
We were already in progress. We couldn't stop.
You can
Anyway,
pause.
Star, even though he picked the Packers as his team in the yearly pick'em, auto-drafted Devontae Adams.
Would have been way better than the person I got anyways. So.
Threatened to blow up the league, leave and go home and say, fuck you guys, I'm never seeing you again. But instead, we restarted the league, or the draft. And who'd you pick?
Le'Veon Bell.
Even worse.
Even worse. Which you ended up trading to me, which was a bad... Did you trade him to me? I think
Yeah,
you did.
I got DeAndre Hopkins.
That was a bad trade for me. So, you know, the fucking guy that loves making trades, sometimes you just shouldn't pull the trigger.
Moral of the story is remember your fucking passwords.
I didn't... No one told me. Not even the app told me. It just... You'd click on enter draft and it would just go to a black screen.
You know, in all fairness, I do get a text from a couple individuals, Luop and Radeup, probably once a year between the two of them.
Oh, yes.
Asking for their password information. Because I think I created their accounts and I have everything saved on my phone.
So on the app it says remind commissioner to activate. So are we not activated?
No, we're activated.
Click
Yeah,
the
I'm
button,
on there
see what
right
happens.
now. We're activated.
I will say it is the commissioner's fault. We use probably the worst operating system out there.
Did you voice
Oh,
your opinion?
NFL.com is, yeah, it's something. But I didn't want to sit and fight that. I've been fighting that fight for like 4 years. I'm sick of
there's
people
no point.
being opposed to good change. I'm sick of it.
Draft night a couple of years ago, Scott's like, all right, let's change everything.
Yeah, because we fucking should. This league is outdated. It's
not outdated.
archaic.
It's got...
It's on an outdated
History.
operating system. It's on an outdated fucking... rosters are outdated as far as the structure of the league. Nobody fucking wants to have a kicker on the fucking
Right
thing.
here, I
You
do.
have a flex spot.
I want the kicker.
All right, fine, I lose. See, that's why I don't bring up this stuff anymore.
But you can fight for the rest. Like half PPR.
No,
Did we
I'm
bump
done.
it to full?
I'm beaten,
Nobody
battered, and
voted on
bruised.
bumping it to full. I said in that text, if you have any league changes you want to make,
Nope.
voice them now.
Nope.
Should I go back and text it at like midnight tonight? when I
Yeah,
get
do you know
home?
who else?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's
I
make
said
it full
Sunday's
PPR.
your deadline, motherfucker.
You know who else saw that fucking text that decided to ask to change things?
You.
Dustin.
The Iowan farmer, Dustin.
Are you sure he saw it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he was working from the time Brandon sent it to. Maybe he just got out of work when he read it. Maybe he
bed.
worked 78
You
hours
should have
straight.
the next fucking few days off to draft at least.
Jesus
would think.
Christ.
Nonetheless, bring changes up before your draft, especially when it's the next day. If you want, make a plug to use full point PPR. I'm okay to change it. I don't care. If the league votes for it, it's one button I have to click. Go through the hassle and vote for it. I don't give a shit.
Not to mention this. This is another thing.
Oh,
I believe it was yesterday you texted out, Cody and Dustin were drafting divisions. Dustin, you go first, right?
not a thing.
I'm
Not a word.
down.
Not a fucking thing from either of them.
Who said I'm down? And what was that in response to?
I don't remember. But I know no
Are you
team
going
name.
through the thread now? Are you just reading everything now?
No, so it says...
This
I
is
know
our
no
league.
team name is I'm down.
That was the Guillotine. Someone was down for the Guillotine League.
Oh, yeah. That's Cody. Anyways,
So I'm assuming divisions are going to stay what they were. And they should. I
No.
wouldn't change them.
I'm gonna.
You're just going to switch them around?
Yep.
I
I'm gonna
would.
randomize them in my
Yeah,
favor.
fuck it. Do it.
I'm gonna put in more than the minimal effort to win this
They're
year.
not picking divisions?
Well, they haven't selected them yet.
I don't think
We
they're
did
going to.
random. So the first place and second place team get to draft snake style back and forth who they want in their division. Just a little bonus for getting first and second place. But I think more fun is, and I don't know how pertinent it is anymore, the loser's punishment. So I think
I liked the one you threw.
I
out.
brought up multiple options, and all I fucking got was smeared across the fucking table. This is
What
the
was
shit.
the best one?
I don't
the
bring
one
shit up
where
anymore.
you have to go to the grocery store every night
Yeah.
and buy a box of condoms,
Lubricant.
a cucumber, and a thing of Vaseline
Yeah.
every night. at
That one was
peak
good.
time.
5 nights a week.
Yeah. For 1 week, 5 days straight, that's what you got to go by.
So we're never going to get fucking Fedge to go and take the ACT, are we?
Oh, I bet you we could.
Okay. I had
He's out of the league.
I bet you we could. I bet you
Now,
we
I
could.
would say
I have
He's
an
a man
amendment
of
to-
honor.
I have one we should add to the ACT test. Instead of
SATs?
SATs suck, but instead of letting everyone know your score, you have to get your score tattooed on you.
That's just a hybrid of the fucking two that we've done.
I know. It seems like a pretty fun one too.
Gage, why do you have an 11 tattooed on your arm?
It's my fucking Wonderlic score.
The Wonderlic. We should have taken that.
Make someone
There's
take make the
still
loser
time, and
make
I
the
wonder what
loser
they go
take
away.
make the loser take the Wonderlic this year. I'm in for that. That'd be funny.
That's not that funny.
We made a bet on
It's
who
not
would get
even
the
really
best
a
score.
punishment. I want to
And-
take
and
it.
Yeah.
Doesn't it only last like a
10
short amount of
minutes?
time? Yeah. The ACT was
is
funny
4
because it
hours.
was all day.
4
Brandon,
hours.
You guys, we have the commissioner right here, right now. Brandon, make the loser go to the store 5 days straight, Monday through Friday, buy a cucumber, buy a box of condoms, and buy Vaseline for 5 days straight.
Do we have to set
We
the
should.
grocery store so that we can participate?
Now, I do realize
yes,
for most
absolutely.
of us, it would be when we get out of work. For Dustin, it would be on his morning break. But
He's still
nonetheless, make him do it.
And it should be like a different one. It should be a squash. It should be a banana. Cucumber. Like it's a different one every day. A condiment, condoms, and lube.
There you go.
And then the last day, like a watermelon.
Jeez.
Make it be a slow build.
I've been working my way up.
It's got to be a banana the first day, a cucumber the second day, the third day a squash, the fourth day a pineapple, and then the fifth day, a watermelon,
Stretching.
and then on the sixth day 3 cantaloupe.
There's a children's song about this. It's called
Only-
Herman the Worm.
Only aisle 6 or only aisle 9. Nothing in between. Yeah, I like that a lot.
All right, let's do
Produce is on the outside of the store, though.
So
Anyway, so that's Scott's idea for a punishment. Star, what do you have?
For
it.
punishment?
Star likes mine.
Yeah, I haven't been thinking this. You didn't warn me that I had to think of a punishment.
On the spot, right now.
But you like mine. We'll get to Star's punishment right after this commercial break. I forgot we didn't take a fucking one yet. All right, we're back. Star Lamar has had it now a full 4 seconds to think of a good punishment. He's Googling it as we speak, and we'll see what he comes up with.
I'm totally just trying to think of things off the top of my head right now. It's the easy things like the beer boy buys the beer. Maybe we could do a full body wax.
Oh,
That could be
man.
kind of fun. We could pick a piercing that they have to get. Or we could do a thing called the Boy Scout. Make them join the Boy Scouts of America.
That'd be terrible. I don't even think the Boy Scouts is a thing anymore.
I think it's canceled.
So let's make them try to reboot it.
Just for this.
Yeah.
I thought one that would be funny would be going to a comedy club and the members write the jokes.
Oh my god, the members of the league write the jokes for them to say.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm in on that. Throw mine out the window.
Another one I've heard of is you have to get a naked portrait of yourself and hang in your living room for a year.
Like something classy like the Body Issue, though.
I mean, you can class it up as much as you want to.
What
But
about date night?
would they have to take one member out?
No,
all
they have
11?
to take a blow-up doll out for date night.
Oh my god, I have a fucking good idea. All 12 members
at the table.
All 12
Send it over. Order food for it. Talk to it like it's normal the entire night.
Well, this isn't really a thing that we could do because one of us lives so far away, but I would say take all 12 of the league mates out to a restaurant and they got to pick up the tab. And it wouldn't be a cheap restaurant. It'd be a nice, classy dinner.
No, I don't like that. It's supposed to be embarrassing, not crippling debt.
Then don't fucking lose.
Oh no, I don't have a credit card that can charge this high.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe. Like, we can't afford a mortgage payment this month.
I guess I do suck at fantasy.
$1,000.
The other one that I've seen was a
Couple of
naked
hours,
picture of the champion that year that they have to hang, the loser has to hang in their house.
We just have a collection of nudes, man.
You say that like it's a bad thing?
ESPN The Body Issue.
Yeah, you can make it into a calendar. That's
The
great.
calendar, I love the calendar idea.
And that's been thrown around in the past.
We're not going to come up with one for this year, are we?
I might come up with something
Okay.
and just deem it mandatory.
Superstore is the easiest one.
It
5
is.
nights a week.
It is.
Step up to the watermelon.
Make a music video. That could be kind of funny.
Oh, that
Fuck, would that be good?
That'd be
Highly
funny too.
produced music video.
Here's what you should do. We should all pitch all these ideas, and loser gets to pick theirs.
I have seen before. Each member puts in one punishment.
And
Yeah,
then
and
the loser
then
has to.
draw out of the hat.
Let's
or
do that.
Oh, yes.
Let's do that. That's golden.
Yeah, that's
golden.
so much better. Because
Yeah.
then if you
Except for
lose,
we have to decide whether it's realistic what it says or not. Like if it's get pegged in the ass by GagesxRage, I think
Can
we should
he
be able
get
to
pegged
beat
by
it.
GagesxRage?
No, I think
is
it
that
has-
even possible.
Scott,
Yeah.
why would you even put that down? Sick.
Scott,
Because-
why are you tanking?
The supermarket is the way to
Because,
go.
dude, I just saw the team I drafted, and it's really bad.
So
Okay.
I chose getting pegged.
I wanted something that would be the least damaging to my character.
This is on
That's
Reddit.
what you came up for.
It just says the last place player always has to buy a poster of the player they drafted first overall and hang it in their house. It's not that harmful, but it's kind of funny.
That's
That
kind of
is
funny.
very
They
funny.
just have to be reminded of why they suck all year.
That's kind of funny.
I do kind of like that one.
Fuck you, Derek.
That's kind of
Henry.
funny.
I
That's
would
a good
I'd
one.
go with that one.
I would
That's a
too.
decent
Get
one.
like what's a big poster size? Like what's the largest?
That's a big poster
Yeah.
size.
2x4.
Yeah.
Like a fat head.
Yeah.
that you have to hang. In
Oh
your
my god,
butthole?
get a fat head of the 101 of your first round draft pick and have you hanging on the wall in your living room.
It might not be bad if it was just like a player that got hurt, though.
Yeah.
Imagine Saquon last year. Like,
Yeah, but you
he
still
just
have
didn't
to
a good
remember.
year, but you're not going to look at a fat head of
Oh,
Saquon and be like,
I thought
"Oh,
it was
hate
like if I won when I win. Sorry, it would be Gage has to hang a fat head of me.
that would be great."
I think that'd be awesome.
A fat head of the winner.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were going with, or a poster of
That'd
the
be all right.
winner holding the trophy.
Run their DNA through a website and then force them to go on a romantic date with a distant relative. That seems like it could take a lot
That's
of
what
planning.
ancestry fucking...
That's just plain out fucking mean.
It took me
That's
5
not even
years.
funny.
To
That's
hit
just a lot of
randomized
work.
Or randomized schedule. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull that one.
That's a
off.
lot of fucking work, and that is just straight up fucking satanic
I mean,
shit.
I've done a lot worse to take a date, I guess. Set me up, boys.
Run a 5K and we get to dress them.
Oh my
For
god,
the
that'd be
5K.
golden. That would be good.
But we don't want to kill them. They ran a
Yeah,
5K.
for a majority of our league.
You can walk a 5K.
This says
It's only like 2.7
they were
miles.
forced to
3.2.
wear a
That's
suit
it?
and tie
A 5K is only 3.2 miles.
and
yeah.
carry a briefcase. Do the whole thing. So they're dressed up like they're going to work.
Or they're
Suit
about to
and
set
tie
a
and a
bomb.
briefcase.
Jesus. All right, too soon. There's a lot of punishments. I really think we should come up with a collective one and just get it passed tomorrow. We have
Must
4
pay
votes right
for
here.
a year's subscription to browsers and share login information with the league.
Paying
Brilliant.
for
I
a
am
sub.
Opposed to that. I am opposed to that. Very opposed.
Pornhub Premium.
How many
I have
accounts
no
can you have on the same
interest
account?
in that
Or how many?
one at all.
I have no idea.
So what? They
No,
spend-
Brandon's got a point though. If we come up with one that we all 4 are like we're in on, it's gonna pass because nobody else is fucking gonna text anything, and then it'll be 4 votes to 0, and we'll win. Except Dustin might say, well, what if I'm working that day? Or whatever the fuck he might say.
Like, no one else fucking works.
Right.
We get it. You're essential, Dusty. Your seeds are
You're
essential.
either working or eating supper. I fucking understand.
Make them collect signatures for a flat Earth petition, door to door,
or a petition that we set up. Like
door-to-door petition.
I fucking love that one.
I
I'm
am
that
in.
in the poster.
A petition that we draw up.
We
They have to
make
go
the
around
petition,
and
they
door
have
to
to
door
get-
knock.
Try to get
Until they
fucking
get
like make
signatures.
them have to get 50
100 or 50.
signatures.
Yeah, you have to get signatures for Micro Penis Foundation.
Oh my god!
I'm in.
Yes.
I'm in.
And they have to wear a body cam.
I'm in on that.
I gotta go, bro. We can just strap them
Text
up.
it out. I think that's a seller.
Must get 50. We could set it even at like 25 because
Oh yeah, and
Because if they legitimately do it door to door, 25 is going to be hard to get. If it were me, I'm going to walk to the door and I'd be like, fucking sign this paper. Don't even read it. Just put your fucking signature on there.
you have to hide the 5
How would
on
you
the
even
body
word this?
cam.
Loser has to go door to door and get a league-wide petition.
Get a
No,
petition
get a-
decided by the
Get
league.
signatures on a petition that the league decides what it's for.
that is the best thing I've. Who, do you see that online?
Yeah, I'm on a Reddit page right now.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. Reddit is the
Okay,
best.
so now you three all text back and say in. And then we'll have 4 votes.
So, all right, as you guys can tell, we're workshopping.
So
our
there we
league
go.
Punishment.
You responded in before I got anything from Scott.
Wow.
They'll know.
Did you guys get anything from Scott?
I got it. I think I got it.
Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
I just got Scott.
We just know that Brandon's in, all right? That's all that
I'm
matters.
in. I'm 100% in.
So, yeah, so that's the league-wide punishment for the Friends League this year. That's our fantasy leagues we got cooking. Do you guys want to do a Budhole ABC?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I do.
Duh.
The Budhole ABC of the week. In 2020 league PPR, tell me of these 4, which running back you'd rather have on your team of these 4 for the year. James White, Tarik Cohen, Chris Thompson, and Antonio Gibson. Which one are you taking on your squad of the 4 if you can only have one? Star Lamar will start
I'm
with you.
going with Antonio Gibson. He's probably the biggest riser over the last week and a half out of anyone. I laughed and mocked his name a couple months ago when you guys had your draft, whenever that was. I actually didn't even know who the fuck the guy was. And now I'm hearing him on Fantasy Live now, Fantasy ESPN, whatever. He's going in like the 10th round, averaging right now.
And his ADP is skyrocketing.
Yeah, it keeps going up. He's probably 2nd to 3rd on the depth chart, but he fits their system. He's the reason, apparently, that Adrian Peterson got released. It's because they want to get him the touches. And the rest of them, I don't think, have the upside as Gibson.
Brandon, who are you going with? Are you going with James White? Are you going Antonio Gibson?
I'm going Gibson as well. After AP getting cut, he's kind of the clear-cut guy, I think. I mean, there's Bryce Love yet, and they have Peyton Barber still on roster, but they drafted Gibson for a reason. AP and Geis both leaving. It, like you said, he's talked about everywhere. I've even seen people saying that they're going to draft him in the 3rd or 4th round, which I think is crazy.
That is crazy.
But there are crazy people out there. I like it.
GagesxRage. Would you rather have James White, Tarik Cohen, Chris Thompson, or Antonio Gibson in a PPR league for this year? You only get one of the 4. Who are you taking?
Yes, I'll agree with the boys. Chris Thompson is pretty enticing after the loss of Fournette. But with the news that they're trying to maybe get Devonta Freeman in there, that could change things. Gibson is the C-Mac reincarnation, so give me more of that, please.
We do all know, though, that of those 4, Tarik Cohen and James White, their floors are pretty high. Antonio Gibson
Cohen.
could be a total bust.
Could be a bust. Running back that's a pass catcher on a bad team. I like the combo.
James White, I don't know what his floor is with Cam Newton at quarterback.
That's a fair point regarding James White. I will give you that. But he's at least, we all know he's a good player in the NFL.
Yeah.
We don't know what Antonio Gibson, I don't believe he had more than 20 carries last year in college. I think his carry number was 18. He had 18
the
carries.
Team's high on him, though.
Right.
So that's like, you look at Lynn Bowden. His team gave up on him in a month, the third-round pick. So if they didn't even like try to pump him up to get the trade better. They just, trade a third-round pick and a sixth-round pick for a fourth-round pick, basically.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'd be high on him.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't get rid of Adrian Peterson because the guy's looking busty.
Yep, I would go Antonio Gibson of those four as well, which leads us right into our Budplug of the week, brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. If you head over to Thrive Fantasy right now and deposit $20 using the promo code BUD, they will match your $20 deposit with $20 given to you as well over at www.thrivefantasy.com, or if you download the Thrive Fantasy app from the App Store or the Google Play Store and use promo code BUD when you deposit $20. Antonio Gibson is the Budplug of the week. It's a no-brainer. He's the easy one. He's flying up the draft boards. With AP getting cut, he's an absolute shoo-in. It's Antonio Gibson. With that being said, Brandon, do you have a Budhole 5 for this episode, or do you not have a Budhole 5 for this episode? All right, that's fair. Brandon has no Budhole 5
Patrick
for
Beverly
this
sucks.
episode.
They're just leaving him open.
Does anybody have any parting words before we sign off for this cast?
Our future fantasy cast will have more about fantasy players and not punishments, but punishments are great.
Hey,
They're part of the league.
It's that time of year where leagues are getting formed and drafts are being had, and we'll kind of start to break down how the fantasy outlooks look when games are actually starting to be played. But for now, punishments matter.
And fight like hell if you have the number 5 pick too. Fight like hell.
Maybe just trade up.
Straight up to 4.
Make sure to check us out on Facebook, Budhole. Check us out on Twitter as well, @OfficialBudhole, Instagram, @OfficialBudhole, TikTok, @OfficialBudhole. And if you have questions or comments, email us at officialbudhole@gmail.com. Also, make sure to check out our Teespring website where we have sweatshirts and t-shirts, and our website itself where we post blogs and whatnot. Both of the links will be posted in our description for the episode. Please leave a rating on whichever platform you're listening on, as well as make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can continue to bring you the great content we create, as well as make it even better for the future. We love you all. Peace out.